So hello, I'm Dave,
Hi, Dave.
and you are
I'm
Nate,
Nate.
obviously. Nate is my middle name. So you are in at a hotel. You work at a hotel here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, correct?
Yes.
Are you a manager or
I'm the general manager.
okay?
Yeah.
How has everything that's been going on affected your business so far?
It has taken a tremendous effect on hospitality industry as a whole. I'm working the front desk, so
Right.
we've had to lay off some people as of last week, and
Are those layoffs permanent or
we're just, temporarily until things start to pick back up. No one's traveling right now, so
Right.
we're having lots of cancellations right now.
yeah? And now, as far as you personally, what are your concerns with everything that's going on right now?
I'm more concerned about the economy than I am the pandemic itself.
Okay.
It kind of comes and goes. We've been through this before. We've been through SARS, things like that. So,
But I don't think anything's ever shut down the country.
no,
And
yeah.
that's what's different this time is we're in a
Yeah.
different situation, and it
the
is.
long-lasting effects that it's going to have on the economy is really it's going to
I honestly do believe this is going to fundamentally change America for a long time.
yeah.
And the only thing that I've ever experienced like this in my life was September 11th and the days
Absolutely.
following that. But even then, it didn't seem like there was no end in sight.
With September 11th, in hospitality, it took maybe 2 or 3 months to feel the total effects of it.
Yeah.
This one, it took 48 hours for us to feel.
Right.
Effects. Everything that happened in a period of about 30 days during September 11th happened in 48 hours.
Yeah.
In this industry, So Nashville, the tourism market, we always get the overflow of Nashville. But we're more fortunate than some of the hotels. Some of the hotels are feeling worse effects than we are.
Right. Do you have any personal concerns about the pandemic itself, about the virus?
If people would just stay in.
Yeah.
That's my concern right now. If they would just respect it, stay in, so that we can get this curve down. So.
Of course, it's a problem for 80% of Americans who live paycheck to
Absolutely.
paycheck, and
Absolutely.
landlords get breathing down people's necks and
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, landlords. So they're this month they're generous, but how far does it go?
Right.
Before they're going to have funds to pay their bills. So.
Now, have you thought ahead of what happens when this lasts a few months or a year?
Well, right now we're looking out 6 months at a time.
Yeah.
Most of the major events for this area have rescheduled for September.
Okay.
Big events for our area, so we're looking through July.
For you personally, at what point would we have to get before you decide it's not worth coming to work or to stay home with your family or whatnot?
I mean, I don't see that. I have family that works in healthcare. They're still going. Unless they just shut the highways down, that would probably be pretty much it.
Right. Yeah, my main concern right now is what happens when, because if you think about it, all those cashiers and stock people and delivery drivers and all the people that have been getting
Absolutely.
shit on forever
Yeah.
are the ones basically holding society from complete chaos right now. And what happens when they decide, I'm done?
Yeah. The essential work. That's the new essential worker.
Right? Yeah,
so.
it really is. And hopefully this will make some people wake up about all of that,
Absolutely.
and the way
Yeah.
we view our economy and whatnot.
Absolutely.
And then the other question for you I had was, are you confident in the current administration's handling of this? Do you think they did a good job? Do you think that they're doing a good job?
When they did away with this team in 2018,
Yeah.
I was concerned from that point on.
Yeah.
When they did away with the team, because we could have been a lot further ahead if we had that team in place.
Right.
So.
Yeah, that's my feeling as well, is that we should have gotten ahead of this instead of downplaying it and trying to make it a political thing.
Absolutely.
And I think,
People's lives are at stake.
right. And now he's talking about removing the shelter in place and the social distancing, and I don't.
It's not about one person. It's
Right.
about everybody.
Yeah. And finally, do you think that in the end this is going to bring us closer together or tear us apart?
I've seen it tear us apart already, because people saying that you should stay home, people saying I'm not going to stay home. So I see more division, just in a different direction.
Yeah. But do you think when the dust settles, what will ultimately have taken place?
It's my prayers that everybody comes together. Yeah,
I seriously hope so too. I think this is it's gonna take a lot, and I think we're only at DEFCON 1.5 right now, and we haven't even seen the worst of it yet.
absolutely.
And eventually we're gonna have to all
Yeah.
be like, hey, we need to put our differences aside
Yeah.
and figure this out so this never happens
Right.
again.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
well, cool. Thank you, Nate. I really appreciate your time.
Okay, safe travels.
Thanks,
man.
man.